Hottie, hottie gal, 10 out of 10. But how come she never have a boyfriend? Hottie, hottie gal, 10 out of 10. Pictures on the plane, stamping your passport, and next country again. But who is the escort? All that fancy food you buy, caption me, myself and I. Gal, we not taking mama guy, cause everything you did, mass you did, all up in the VIP. With the people, man, why you don't pose it? Explicit, boy. Hottie, hottie gal, 10 out of 10. But how come she never have a boyfriend? Hottie, hottie gal, 10 out of 10. Pictures on the plane, stamping your passport, and next country again. But who is the escort? All that fancy food you buy, caption me, myself and I. Gal, we not taking mama guy, cause everything you did, mass you did, all up in the VIP, Dubai you did, Miami, and not posting nobody. Vacation pics with you on the sun. Gal, all that we know you there with the people, man. Why you don't pose him? Show off your man crush Monday, pose him. Since you out there pose him. We want to know who's the man. You do show on Instagram. Why you don't put him up, put him up, put him up. Make him out, gal. Put him up. Is he who take you out, gal. Put him up, put him up, put him up. Make him out. Tiny foot. Explicit, boy. Hottie, hottie gal, 10 out of 10. But how come she never have a boyfriend? Hottie, hottie gal, 10 out of 10. Pictures on the plane, stamping your passport, and next country again. But who is the escort? All that fancy food you buy, caption me, myself and I. Gal, we not taking mama guy, cause everything you did, mass you did, all up in the VIP, Dubai you did, Miami, and not posting nobody. Vacation pics with you on the sun. Gal, all that we know you there with the people, man. Why you don't pose him? Show off your man crush Monday, pose him. Since you out there pose him. We want to know who's the man. You do show on Instagram. Why you don't put him up, put him up, put him up. Make him out, gal. Put him up. Is he who take you out, gal. Put him up, put him up, put him up. Make him out. Talk the photographer behind the camera. You're on sushi dates on a hotel rooftop. New outfit again. You're flexing on TikTok. All that fancy clothes you buy, sponsored by the mystery guy. Gal, we not taking mama guy, cause everything you did, mass you did, all up in the VIP, Dubai you did, Miami, and not posting nobody. New Birkin bag for 100 grand, but all that we know you get it from people, man. Why you don't pose him? Show off your man crush Monday, pose him. Since you out there pose him. We want to know who's the man. You do show on Instagram. Why you don't put him up, put him up, put him up. Make him out, gal. Put him up. Is he who take you out, gal. Put him up. Make him out. Tiny foot.
So when I interviewed Tamika Marshall just the other day, she would have mentioned that there is a MASH project that she is part of, and it would be coming soon. Well, it is finally here, and the MASH project comprised of a lot of artists, like Guyanese artists, that all came together and created beautiful music for this Mash Romani season. So we're going to play those songs right now for the very first time on the afternoon cruise. Here is the Mash Project with Adrian Dutchin, DJ Energy, Pajo, and Tamika Marshall. Let's go.
Show them how we gon' do it. Show them that we born ready. Show them how Guyana sweet. Show them how Guyana nice. Show them that we know but back and our hands up there and make some noise. Show them how Guyana sweet. Show them how Guyana nice. Show them that we know but back and our hands up there and make some noise. Guyana is a nice place. Guyana is a real nice place. Yeah. Show them that we born ready. Show them how we gon' do it. Show them that we born ready. Show them how Guyana sweet. Show them how Guyana nice. Show them that we know but back and our hands up there and make some noise. Show them how Guyana sweet. Show them how Guyana nice. Show them that we know but back and our hands up there. Y'all come and wine on me. I want you jam on me. I want you misbehave. Darling. Y'all come and wine on me. I'm pushing.
Darling coming from DJ Energy on the MASH Project.
Y'all come on. Go down. Go down. Right there. Go down. Right there. You are the sweetest darling. Body language calling me. You. No matter how I'm feeling, got to take a lead. Darling, this is a stress-free fete. Don't bring your worries, don't bring your problems, This is a stress-free fete. We never want no problems at all. Problems at all.
I come out to walk my way, rock out and they blinking lights.
Oh, that song right there, pull it back. Katie Kish, girl, I love you so much. This is one Guyanese artist that I know was made for soca, Katie Kish. Girl, big yourself up. This is Pajo and Katie Kish with Stress Free Fete on the MASH Project.
I don't want no problems this year. When you see me, just leave me to drink my rum and wine. I don't want to hear but you bacchanal and all of that.
Afternoon cruise.
Select the Angie. Darling, this is a stress-free fete. Don't bring your worries, don't bring your problems, This is a stress-free fete. We never want no problems at all. Problems at all.
I come out to walk my way, rock out and they blinking place. I just want to roll my bumper, don't come and disturb the other.
Go down and walk that waist. Rock out to the blinking place. I want to jam on that bumper. No dramas at all.
Ladies, ba-dum, ba-dum, no, the road is
Tamika Marshall. Oh my gosh, why am I so excited?
Jamaica. Coming with the team. Coming for the scene. We going on Irving Street. Ladies, ba-dum, down the road is fair woman. Every girl start shaking up your bottom. Got your this girl definitely number one. Ba-dum, keep rolling with that is the plan. Every girl start shaking up your bottom. But we not start first till we say they are. It's sweet. When I'm on the road, it just feel like such a release. Everybody that put this in my t-shirt as me. When we walking up and we winding down in the street. So sweet, yeah. Your bumper, so roll it. And if it's unhealthy, so show it, ladies. Roll it. Your bumper, so roll it. And if it's unhealthy, so show it, ladies. Roll it. Coming for the action. Coming.
mash up the place. Hands up in the air. Flags up in the air. Rats up.
Everybody jumping down when it's Masha Money and Tongue. Jump down in the van.
And then, of course, they all came together to give you one song all together, a collaborative effort right here on the MASH project. These artists did amazing. We are loving it. Definitely going to be taking over MASH Romani. Check it out.
Diana, get ready for MASH. Introducing Tamika Marshall, Katie, Bajo, DJ Energy, Adrian Dutchy. All every jam and mash up the place. Hands up in the air. Flags up in the air. Rats up.
Everybody jumping down when it's Masha Money and Tongue. Jump down in the van. Fling up every hand. Free up.
Follow we go on the road, and take a little jump now, and take a little wine now, and free up yourself now, because mashing tongue we go mash it down, and take a little jump now, take a little wine now, and free up yourself now, because mashing tongue.
There's something dreaming, a feeling in the air, it is uplifted. Immaculate and pure combat experience. The magic of the sound in our lives. Soca is life.
When the horn blow, I'm ready to perform. When the horn blow, I'm ready to get on. When the horn blow, I'm ready for the mass. I'll be jumping down on the road and the festival. Every jam, mash up the place. Hands up in the air. Flags up in the air. Rats up.
Everybody jumping down when it's Masha Money and Tongue. Jump down in the van. Free up.
There you have it, guys. The MASH project from Guyanese artists right there. They are ready for MASH Romani. Shout out to Adrian Dutch and DJ Energy, Pajo, Katie Kish, Tamika Marshall. You guys did amazing on this project right here. We needed this. So congratulations on the MASH project. So we're going to move along and deal with these cockroaches. Stress me out a little bit, Andre. Andre, they get some real cockroaches, Pass me the bacon.
Pass me the bacon. Let me sprout some cockroach. So all paganites report. Spread them out. Because I'm like cockroach, snake, leech, like fleas. They ungrateful, lazy. All they want to do is take your energy. They want to live in your house, eat your food, don't wash your plates, and then the road. They want to borrow your money, don't pay your back. And when you ask, they fix for that. When they don't get what they want, they talking in with their friends and say you're lame. It's like you're working hard and it's for them. When you don't know, you can see none of them. We call them like cockroach, snake, leech, like fleas. They ungrateful, lazy. All they want to do is thief your energy.
They say that he can't wine. They say that he can't walk up. When the bumper catch you, oh Lord, it's pressure.
Listen, when the captain come through with therapy, wine is pressure.
Tell me how you feel, hey boy, I want you to tell me how you feel now. They say that he can't wine. They say that he can't walk up. When the bumper catch you, oh Lord, it's pressure. Give the therapy wine and fix up your spine. Bacchanal in my brain that's make me get dance over and over. Like a drunk with soca. Boy, when I wipe on you, I want you to move with the tempo.
big yourself up, Matty Queen.
I want you to walk all out on the road, free losing control.
Just living from pay to paycheck. When I get to get paid, cost of living high, the pressure high, getting worse every day. When the man call you for something, you just know it's another bill. You want in the cell, but you can't take it, and have nothing inside your will. Well, every day you feel you want chuck it, cause it seems you don't have no luck. You got families, plenty friends, but nobody don't give up. Well, everybody go through this struggle. Some people get worse than you. We have some people existing, and they don't have a clue. You can't do this thing without faith. Trusting God and you will be great. Nothing about the way. You've been young and I can relate. When my burden is over.
Where's the Ace on the radio?
Soca in me vein, driving me insane. Soca in me brain, driving me insane. Still a soca, give me soca, sweet sweet soca. I love my soca, sweet soca, give me soca. Soca in my brain, driving me insane. Soca in my vein, driving me insane. I went by me neighbor to take some shelter. Rain was falling, she tell me come over. Then she asked me if I want some dinner. I was hungry, I could not refuse her. So she took me inside the house. Then she tell me, sit on the couch. I hear her knocking, she said that she man. This wicked old man, and she unplan want me to go through the back door. No front door, sonny, no front door.
I want to know when Joe must come up with these things from, buddy. Honestly, backdoor from Joe Primo. Andre, when Joe was called, it's you friend, you know. It's you friend, you know.
We talking about
We-
some wicked.
Really? Okay. So, you don't tell me. Yeah.
But no fork.
What?
I said no fork.
You really have to repeat that for me, Tad.
No fork.
Andre, use a clown.
I went by me neighbor to take some shelter. Rain was falling, she tell me come over. Then she asked me if I want some dinner. I was hungry, I could not refuse her. So she took me inside the house. Then she tell me, sit on the couch. I hear her knocking, she said that she man. This wicked old man, and she unplan want me to go through the back door. No front door, sonny, no front door. Food under the table, but no fork, no fork. She tried to hide me in the bedroom. The space was too small, it had no room. She tried to put me under the bed. If you see how she forced in my head, I was frightened, I was so scared. She say, young man, why you acting so weird? You don't have to worry, I'm no fair. To my surprise, I realized she want me to go through the back door. No front door, sonny, no front door. Food under the table, but no fork. No fork.
I feel to eat it. I feel. Go with fluffy. Hey, oh my God. She tell me come over. She got something in the oven. On my way. When I reach. My God, what I discover. Hey, if you're only know, she give me a fork and a chook to check the cake. She want to see if inside still wet or the cake done bake. No pan. So she bake it in the pot. She take me hand. Then she say, congratulations, Papa Cake. You're doing perfect. You got me so hungry. Sorry, honey. Papa the cake. Look how it feels, sir. It run and fat, sir. In me hand it looks, sir.
Selector Andre, live in the mix.
Selector Andre.
All right, guys, so that's it for the afternoon cruise today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to our guest for coming through. Vintage, it was great to have him up in studio. I'm so excited to see what will happen at Soca Monarch, who will be the finalists and what they will bring to the stage. All right, so until then, we await for all the excitement. Andre, are you excited to know who will be the finalists? Or do you know who will be the finalists? All right, cool. All right, guys, so we're going to wrap it up right now. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Afternoon Cruise with Captain D and Selector Andre. Until tomorrow, join us again right here on 99.1, 99.5 Kaieteur Radio for the Afternoon Cruise, 4 to 7 p.m. Until next time, peace and love, my nation. We out.
Social, share what makes you smile. Activate the prepaid plan from TTT Smile. Share what makes you social, cause you can go viral on your IG. Connect with your friends on WhatsApp. All the apps that make you social. With Facebook, come get social. With GTT, get social, social, social. Share what makes you social.
Activating new prepaid social bundle, dial *100 *2#.
Share what makes you social. Share what makes you smile. Activate the prepaid plan from GTT Smile. Share what, share what, share what, share what makes you social.
This is the news on top of the hour.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 FM.
My name is Joshua Van Slykeman. Thank you for joining us. Guyana's two oil ship, the Eliza Destiny and Eliza Unity, were pushed to reach one of their largest and highest production levels in December last year. This occurred in breach of the safe operating limits prescribed in their prospective environmental impact assessments. The safe operating limit for the Liza Destiny is 120,000 barrels of oil per day, while it is 220,000 barrels of oil per day from the Liza Unity. This would see safe production at approximately 340,000 barrels per day. It was, however, at the high as 394,000 barrels per day in December 2022. Latest data from the Natural Resources Ministry show that for the Liza Destiny production, it peaked at 152,940 barrels per day, while the Unity was at 241,160 barrels per day. ExxonMobil Corporation affiliate SO Exploration and Production Ghana Limited, EEPGL, is expected to ramp up production at the Liza Unity by as much as 20%. The same will obtain when its third vessel, the Prosperity, comes on stream at the Payara field later this year. Upon taking note of this accelerated pace of production, former head of the Environmental Protection Agency, Dr. Vincent Adams, said in a previous interview that the American oil giant is not only slaughtering the safety limits, but making a mockery of the government in the name of greed. Dr. Adams said that when the environmental impact assessment is done prior to oil production operation commencing, it explains clearly that would be a safe limit of production the oil companies will abide by. He said too that this number is used to generate oil spills scenarios for the government's regulatory arm to consider. When the goalpost is shifted by the going beyond the safety limit, Dr. Adams said it is common sense that the EIA would be properly updated to reflect the new risk that come with increased production numbers. Get the full details in today's Kaieteur News. In other news, Tacoma Indigenous Touch, a restaurant located at the seawall just behind the National Insurance Scheme ground on Carifesta Avenue, was on Saturday found vandalized and partially burnt. The restaurant specializes in Amerindian cuisine and has been in operation at the seawall for just a number of years. It was recently closed for a short while, but was scheduled to reopen for business on February 10 and had even planned a Customers Appreciation Day for its supporters. On Saturday afternoon, the owners received a call informing them that their restaurant had been destroyed. Kaieteur understands that the restaurant was vandalized and burned during the wee hours of Friday. It is believed that whoever might have set the fire to place intended to burn the entire place down, but the rain during the wee hours of the morning thwarted their plan. The restaurant owner cannot recall receiving any threats, having any dispute, or any old grievance with anyone. Investigations are ongoing. The government support for small business development in Guyana this year stands at $584.2 million allocated to the Small Business Bureau and $300 million allocated specifically to help small businesses in 2023. This was divulged by Minister in the Office of the President with responsibility for finance, Dr. Ashni Singh, during his 2023 budget speech. The industrial estates and business incubator centers will serve to foster small business development in various parts of Guyana. This year, the Lethem and Belvedere business incubator centers will be fully operationalized and will provide 400 jobs as well as direct and indirect services. These centers will also generate income from renting office space and training facilities. The centers will also feature pods for 48 businesses to provide their services to the public. These will also be replicated in various parts of the country. A suspect currently before the court on drug trafficking-related charge was forced to leave his unlicensed firearm behind on Sunday while running away from police at Henrietta Ezra Coast Region 2. Police identified him as Devanand Dwark, called Sneaky. Patrol ranks on duty in the area had spotted Dwarka around 2 hours 30, sporting the weapon on his pants waist in the vicinity of a hotel. One of the ranks called out to him, and when he saw who it was, he sprinted away into the hotel's parking lot. The policemen chased behind him. As they got closer to him, he slipped and fell into some mud. Police stated that while he was trying to get up, the firearm fell from his hand. One of the ranks headed for the weapon while the other tried to grab him, but he jumped into a nearby trench and evaded being caught. They took possession of the weapon, loaded with 3 bullets in the magazine. The illegal gun has been lodged and police are hunting for him. And finally, at this time, security cameras on Saturday evening captured a lone gunman walking into the Al Manda supermarket located at Kitty and robbing the cash register. The cameras captured the bandit pulling a ski mask over his face just as he was about to enter the supermarket. He was wearing blue trunks, a black jersey, and carrying a black haversack. Based on a footage seen, the delinquent pulled out a gun from his crotch and walked straight up to the cashier and held him at gunpoint. A customer seen close by took cover while the cashier placed his hands in the air as the bandit raided the cash register. He was seen stealing the cash he found in his crotch and harassing the cashier some more before making his escape. Kaieteur understands that this is the second time that the supermarket has been robbed this month.
And that's the news of the moment. Remember to get the full details of these stories, pick up a copy of the Kaieteur News. And don't forget, you can catch us on the MyTuner app as well as the Radio Garden app. You can also keep up to date by liking our Facebook page at Kaieteur Radio and subscribing to our YouTube channel, Kaieteur Radio Livestream. Oh, also catch our stream at www.kaieteurnewsonline.com/radio.
It's Monday, January 23rd. We are running through this month. Welcome to Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. I'm GHK Lall with the first edition of the National Outlook for this week. I hope that your weekend was healthy and sober and sensible, and that you're ready for whatever today and this week brings. Well, the news I'm going to bring you this week is going to talk about where we are. It's going to talk about the budgets. It's going to talk about some other developments as it impacts life on us Guyanese in Georgetown, in Essequibo, in Berbice, in the far hinterlands with our indigenous brothers and sisters. What is happening to us? This is the national outlook. How are developments impacting us, for good and for better? And that's our story here. From Friday's Kaieteur News, 43% of Guyanese can't afford a healthy diet, 5% undernourished. FAO report, Food and Agricultural Organization. It's an entity within the United Nations. So it's pretty respected and it's pretty authoritative. So 43%, 2 out of 5 Guyanese can't afford a healthy diet. We have been talking about something like this and the PPP government dismisses it. Oh, it's a PNC problem. Even if it's a PNC problem, it's now a PPP problem, and it should be a concern. Because when we have 43% of Guyanese can't afford a healthy diet in an oil-rich country, we are in a poor state. When we have 5% of our population, and I usually use 750,000 citizens, so 5% of that is about 37,500 Guyanese who are undernourished. How can this be, and why should this be, and how can any one of us find this acceptable in a country where the world is talking about us, where the world envies us? And here it is that we are struggling to have a healthy, a nourishing diet for ourselves and our families. 43%. The World Bank had spoken about 48% of Guyanese living with $5 US dollars, $5.50 a day, which is about 1,100 Guyana dollars. What do you buy with $1,100 Guyana? Now when the FAO, an arm of the UN, puts out a study, a review, a report like this, it sorts of correlates. It boosts what the World Bank is saying. It is aligned. It's part of the continuing conversation of where Guyana really is. And so, my thinking is that the government ought to know this, and the leadership in the PPP government, holding the reins of power today, really had to come up with something in our budget for 2023 that would have been meaningful, helpful, and doing away with where things are with so many of our fellow citizens. We should not be having need. Forget about want. We should not be having this kind of need, this kind of shortage, this kind of fear in this country. Not with so much oil, not with the statistics we have, not with the money that is coming into us. I'm GHK Lall on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. Thank you for listening to the National Outlook.
Kaieteur Radio.
Covering Guyana from coast to coast.
Demerara and Essequibo 99.1 FM.
Berbice 99.5 FM. Kaieteur Radio.
IMF, World Bank,
With your Tuesday, January 24th morning newscast, my name is Joshua Van Slykeman. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Let's get to the news in the details. As Trinidad
Friday at 7:20 p.m. and a rebroadcast at 11 a.m. The Lall Show, only on Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 and 99.5 FM.
It's 19 hours 23 in Guyana, right across the Eastern Caribbean. You're listening to us here on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. At this time on Monday, we normally bring to you the Lall Show. I am happy to announce that we will bring to you a show, but it will not be a live program due to the fact that Mr. Lall and some of the staff members that covers the oil and gas development in Guyana and regionally, they're currently participating in the Trinidad and Tobago's Energy Conference that is currently happening from today until the 25th at the Hyatt Regency in Port of Spain, Trinidad. With that in mind, Mr. Lall is unable to join us today, but we'll be back with you this Friday at 19 hours 24, a live program. We have programs for you, so what we will do now is bring to you a rebroadcast of such program. Pay keen attention, and in case you might have missed it, it comes your way tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Guys, I begin with a question. How do you begin to have a conversation with someone you don't trust, Kevin? How do you do that? Everything they do, everything they say is full of deviousness. Where do you start? How can you bridge that gap, having a heart-to-heart conversation so that you can see eye to eye? Do you think that can ever happen? Sir?
It can, but it needs a lot of work.
Wow, thank you. I needed to hear something like that. And lots of people have to join in to bring about that, to bridge that gap, right? Thank you, Kevin. But how do you say nice things, constructive things about a neighbor when, as the days go by, every action of that neighbor is deceitful and dangerous to you and the community, Kevin? Eat even your mangoes, your ducks, your clothes from your line. You're seeing the man wearing the clothes and the duck feathers all over the yard. And you can't go to the police because the police and the man is best of friends. And if you talk, they lock you up or break down your house, Kevin. How you deal with that? Well, that's where Guyana is at present, Kevin. It's hurtful and it's sad to say, but that's where we are. That's exactly where we are, brother. I have said many times over that when Barajagde ran this country as president, he made the treasury his personal bank account. He spends what he wants and does what he wants with no accountability whatsoever. Let me repeat the story I told you guys on a previous program. They bought an accounting system out of Canada in 2004, paid $120 million for a program called IFMAS to properly record all the transactions of the finance ministry that holds Guyana's treasury with all the cash inside, Kevin. You hear how much they pay? $120 million for that program, which many countries were using at the time to have a clean and complete record of all transactions. The Canadian company they bought the system from, Kevin, came here and installed 5 out of the 7 programs that come with the package. The 2 most important programs, the one that records how the money is being spent and the one that records the assets of the country wasn't installed. You didn't hear what I said, Kevin? The two most important components of this package, Bharat Jagdeo and Ashley Singh, did not install. Everything else, including the one that records all the monies that comes into the treasury, was installed. But the one that should tell the Guyanese people how the money is being spent, what it's spending on, where the money went, what they buy, who getting it, when they get paid, how they get paid, and how much they were being paid, that wasn't installed, along with the one that record all the assets of Guyana. Bharat Jagdeo was president and Ashley Singh was the finance minister. Did not have those two programs installed. How do you describe leaders like this in a country? To buy a perfect system and turn around and deliberately order the people not to install the most important part, the money going out, and record the assets you have on hand. What do you say to these people? Huh? When my reporter asked the Canadian company why they didn't install the two most important aspects of the program, the director of the company said, "We sell a complete package, a full package, a comprehensive system all across this world to governments. But we have to follow the instructions given to them." You hear that? Them got to follow the instructions given by the governments, what to install or what not to install. That was under Ashley Singh and Bharat Jagdeo presidency, uncle and auntie. That was how they were running and managing Guyana. They have records for all the money that come into the government. Yes, that come into the pockets of the treasury from everywhere. GRA, the gold, bauxite, loans, NISIL, GWI, Gaioil, anywhere and everywhere that government collect from, they have records for that. They make sure that part was installed to have that data recorded. But how they spend them? How they spend them? How it coming out? The Ministry of Finance, where it's going and who's getting it. That portion of the system, Ashley Singh and Bharat Jagdeo instruct the Canadian company not to install. The story is much more deeper and sweeter than that, but I just give you that in a nutshell there. When the coalition government go in 2015, they installed it and they even upgraded the system. Now the PPP is back. I don't know if they remove it. I don't know if they went back to their old tricks. I have a song I want to play for you guys, but it cannot be played on YouTube. You have it there? Could you play that song there for me? Bob. Man to man.
Only your friend know your secret.
I love that song. Man to man is so unjust. You don't know who to trust. Bob Marley. What a country Guyana is. What destructive and honest leaders we have. I came out my house. I came out my home. Left with grandchildren on Christmas Day. Yes. To do a special program about the oil law that President Ali, Barajagdev and Ashni Singh was going to rush through in Parliament on December 29, 2021. When the whole of Guyana was having a merry time. Just after the Christmas. Y'all remember what I said? The PNC didn't have a proper oil account law in place to secure and properly manage the oil money. And how them going to revamp and improve the law to make sure the oil money is being properly managed and spent wisely. That's their excuse. That's what they told the whole country. 1 year later, Uncle and Auntie, today, the loopholes they put in the new oil law gives the PPP government a free rein with the oil money. Meaning, they can take out as much as they want, all if they want, do whatever they want, however they want, whenever they want, and don't tell us a single word. The new law, man, Uncle, this new law they make, give them that power, control and authority to do whatever they want with the oil money. That is the new law they revise and update. You gotta love this country and these people too, eh? Them say, them new oil law will have full parliamentary oversight. Meaning, the whole parliament got to sit down and agree how the oil money will come out, what it's going to spend on, and how much they will spend. Them also put in an investment committee. Yes. They put in a board of directors that will help to guide the government on how this money will or should be invested to make some money for Guyana. Yes, all that they put in. Them done take out 607 million US. Yes. Parliament had no say. The investment committee and board of directors wasn't even in place when them take out the money. You didn't hear what I said, man. They didn't put the committee in place, neither the board of directors, and they didn't even inform Parliament. They're taking out 607 million US dollar already. Man, could you play back that song for me, man? Man to man. Man to man is so unjust. Children, you don't know who to trust. Your worst enemy could be your best friend. And your best friend, your worst enemy, me. Some will eat and drink with you. Then behind them sus upon you. Only your friends know your secrets. So only he could reveal it. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, man, cut it out. Yes. Yes, uncle. Man to man is so unjust. Children don't know who to trust. That's where Guyana is today. You don't know who to trust. Wow. I love that man music. Bob Marley. He's a living dead throughout this world. I went to Jamaica a few times. And you got to see when you hit the airport, Michael Manley International. The man is like a king in Jamaica. He's like a king. He's portrayed like a king even in Africa. All because of his message in those songs. You guys should listen to him. Mia Motley always quote him whenever she gives a speech. Her last speech at the UN, she quoted Bob Marley in it. Cherry Jagan, in his 92 election, one of the team song was Bob Marley's song. Oh, who to trust? I'm so sorry Cherry died. Oh my God, I don't know what he would have been doing today. This information, uncle, this type of information is too much for y'all heads. $607 million US come out, and none of us know where it went, what it went for, who collect, nothing. Absolutely nothing we know. Is there any other country where things like this can happen, man? Other than Guyana? Are there any leaders anywhere else in this world who can do this to their people and get away with it, man? I don't think so. And this trend, hear me, uncle and auntie, and this trend now only start. It will continue as long as they are in government, because the law empowers them to do what they want with the oil money. Oil producing countries, uncle, all over the world have the same special law. Yes, just like the one Jack David them passed. But their laws have specific clause in which the Minister of Finance can go to jail for thieving the oil money or making his hand fast or playing games with it. The PPP government deliberately left out that penalty for people who tamper with the oil money. And when Ashney Singh was confronted about it, after he signed it into law, he tell my reporter, oh, we already got laws in the books to deal with thief, man. Every oil country law has specific and severe penalties inserted in the law for anybody or everybody who misuse, misspend, or make them hand fast with the people's oil money. And you finance man telling this nation, you don't need that. We already got laws in the books to deal with thief, man. Like no other country on earth got laws on their books to deal with thief, man. And you gotta love these people, eh? I played Bob Marley 2 times already, man. Don't let me play it back again. Man to man. Man to man. Or they think we eat salt soap and them eat sweet soap. Or we sucking salt and them eating the milk and honey. You know, sometimes I pray for them. And you guys should do too. We need a lot of prayers in this land. Whenever you're done, they are our brothers, and we are their keepers. I'm not going to play back Bob Marley today. Nah. Man to man is so unjust. Children, people, auntie and uncle, you don't know who to trust. Man, we done not getting anything from this oil. And the little crumbs that we get in, uncle, can just disappear like that. Huh? Without the parliament knowing. The board of directors and the investment committee, they're just set up, not knowing or having a say in anything, man. Is this real? Here is a quote that fits what is taking place in Guyana. Deceivers are the most dangerous members of society. They trifle with the best affections of our nature and violate the most sacred obligations. The quote is from a man once named George Krabby. Simply put, to uncle and auntie, these politicians take advantage on our love and affections for them, that they would slaughter our great life without mercy. Anyone who stands in their way of getting what they want. That's what a quote means in simple layman language. My message is, in the Kaieteur News, through the articles we carry on a daily basis, my TikToks and this radio program is hitting home. Yes, it's hitting home to the right people. President Ali took a swipe at me for saying every household should have been getting 1 million every month from our wealth in this country, and said, those who are talking like that is talking nonsense, and we have to dismiss it. He said, we are spreading a false narrative. President Ali said, even at the peak of the oil production, Guyanese households would not be able to get $1 million. You have him? You want to play him? We have that thing? Could you play it? Play it, let them hear him, please.
So I can say, like many others, maybe let's give everybody $1 million each. First of all, it's nonsensical because we can't afford it even at the highest point of oil revenue. But it sounds nice, it sounds great. And we have to dismiss these things.
You can't get $1 million. We have to dismiss these things. Now that is very sad, coming from our president's mouth, in a country that is that has the fastest growing economy anywhere in the world today. In all their speeches, uncle, not one of them is saying a word about your pocket or what is coming your way from this oil. Man, if they're not correcting the worst deal on earth and allowing the foreigners to rob and rape this country of its resources, of its wealth, then what else you expect to hear out of their mouths, uncle? What else you expect? So now, having heard what he said, let me show President Ali, Jagdev, Norton and Ashley Singh, along with Comrade Ramjatan, and all of Guyana, how every household can get more than $1 million a month if, listen to me carefully, if we get a fair and rightful share from our resources, yes, our wealth, if that money is managed the way it should, every man, woman, and child in this country can live the life of kings and queens. You guys can grab a pen and a piece of paper and make some notes as I speak, because I want to spell it out to you people and show you that what President Ali or anybody else is saying is total bull. You grab one? Let's begin with the interest rate Guyana's oil is paying on that 50 billion US dollar plus 50 billion plus Exxon said them invest out there on those 4 projects, which our president, our vice president, Minister of Finance and Vikram Bharat has been numb, dumb, silent, and very silent, I should say, on the percentage attached to that 50 billion US dollars interest rate. I am just saying, all I'm saying with your pen and paper, let them prove me wrong. 10% interest rate on 50 billion plus, Uncle and Auntie, is 5 billion American dollars coming out from our oil take each year. Cut that down. Yes. Cut it down to 5%. This country saves 2.5 billion American dollars. That's our national budget for the whole year. We are actually giving away on interest rate alone. You hear me, Uncle and Auntie? Do the maths. Do it. Get your children to do the maths and show you. Cut that 10% to 5%. You save 2.5 billion. Or even if you put them to 4%. 26 billion exploration costs searching for oil and digging wells in 2021. Another 26 billion production costs. Money themselves spent during the operations and cost per barrel. Yes, cost per barrel, Uncle, in 2021. Add that 2 figures. It's $52 billion. 1 year alone. Now I am certain Guyana ain't get knocked. Guyana ain't get robbed. Guyana ain't get screwed over. Half. Guyana ain't get napped. Half. But let me say, or put it nicely, and set a screw us 25% of that. Uncle and Auntie, is $13 billion. We get hit. They have something called depreciation costs. Oh my God. Oh my. This is something I wanted to tell you a long time about depreciation costs. But I was hoping to put it in a context, in a beautiful story where I can lay it out for you people to understand. But I now get the opportunity because I had raised it with Barajagdeo. I showed him. He opened my phone, look at it, squeezed it, bring it up big, and didn't say a word to me when I point that out to him. When I point this out to him, the depreciation cost. I don't know how that fit in, how it arrived in expenses. But ExxonMobil took out $38 billion in 2021 alone as depreciation costs, more than the production cost or the exploration cost. What is that $38 billion for? Only ExxonMobil, God Almighty, and maybe Jagdeo know the answer for that. What buildings, what equipment, what machineries, what are they taking out 38 billion as depreciation for? I don't know. I wish somebody can help me to understand this. I have been trying to talk to some accountants because depreciation cost comes out of every business, even in Kaieteur News business. Yes, they take out depreciation cost for the machineries. Oh, but I don't know what depreciation cost Exxon taking out there for machineries. I would love somebody to explain this to me. That's why I had shown Bara Jagdeo. Can anyone help us to identify what are the things in which they have taken out 38 billion in depreciation for 2021 alone, guys? I'm just asking you, President Ali. Get Ashni Singh. Get Ashni Singh. He's a bright guy. He can be able to tell us. Knock down the interest rate. Get down to the bottom of the exploration, production and depreciation cost, uncle. Guyana saves $2.75 billion US alone there. Yes. On money they hunchin we. Money they hunchin we. You know we're talking about a whole year budget alone. Let me be nice to Exxon and President Ali. Leave out the scampishness going on within the contracts. I will leave out the inflated costs on them FPSOs, those floating ships. I will also leave out the cost Guyana is paying to lease those same ships. Even leave out the 55,000 American dollars we paying a day, work or no work, for them 50 supply boats. Yes. I am leaving out the helicopter services being provided from Ogle to the FPSO every 10 to 15 minutes from Ogle. And let's touch back on the 50 billion US dollar plus them say them spend on Lisa 1, 2, 3, and 4, in which they hunch Guyana. Again, let me say it again, in which they hunch Guyana. And I'm saying it nice and reasonable. I'm also addressing it to ExxonMobil and said 25% out of that 50 billion US is inflated bills. 25% out of the 50 billion, uncle, is 12.5 billion American dollars gone from the Guyanese people's pockets. Add this 12.5 to the 2.75, you gone past 15 billion American dollars. That is 5 years Guyana budget money. Yes. We turn a blind eye to that. 5 years. Till 2028. We would not have to worry where we going to find money to run the country. That is the kind of money hit out there on just those 3-4 things I spoke about. Divide that 15 billion plus by the 220,000 households in Guyana. Yes. That is 68,000 US a year. 5,700 US a month. That is more than $1 million Guyana a month for each home. Yet our president is accusing those saying this, that we are spreading falsehood. It's a false narrative. And I want you to know, I leave out completely the money we are getting from Lisa 1 and 2 pumping oil right now, Uncle. You hear that? I leave out the oil money. And I also exempt the oil we will be pumping in Lisa 3 and 4. I didn't say a word. I didn't touch the oil money. And most importantly, I didn't touch the gold, diamond, bauxite, timber, and other minerals. I didn't touch them things that. You hear me, bro? I didn't touch those things. Leaving the shores and our airports by the boatloads and plane loads. Oh, Papa. Oh, Mama. If you throw in that and a portion of the oil money, yes, just a little portion of the oil money to the households. Imagine the life every Guyanese can live. Let me put it this way, man. You don't want to give the people them $1 million per month. Then give every household $1 million a year. Correct what I just said there. And you have money to give them $1 million for the next 12 years without touching any oil money. That's what I'm saying. Let me repeat this thing, Uncle. That $1 million has nothing to do with the oil money we collecting. That $1 million has nothing to do with the gold, diamond, bauxite, and timber. That is just what we are giving away or have turned a blind eye. Yes, turn a blind eye to with just a few things. Like the interest rate, the project cost, expenses, and production cost. Nothing else. Nothing else, Uncle. The 5th project, we are carrying the story tomorrow. They put out a release which said that project will cost us 12.6 billion US. Again, take out another 25%. What a jamming you there with. It's a whole year budget. It's 2023 budget alone. And Guyana will accept that as is. And they said this is just a preliminary cost. It may very well go much higher. And Ali and Jagdeo will accept it as is. Oh. And then saying must dismiss. Who's saying that you have to get monthly money or yearly money? Monitor, Uncle. Verify, Auntie. Scrutinize and properly authorize those project costs. The contract arrangements. You can go past way $1 million per household. And let them prove me wrong. Show the Guyanese people. Show us, Mr. Ali. Show us, Mr. Jagdeo. The whole array of costs, investments and expenses, along with the assets themselves spend. Yes. Show us them expenses this, from top to bottom. And you will find out who is talking nonsense and spreading falsehood. Show us those things. Let me repeat what I have said earlier. If President Ali and Jagdeo is not making a move to correct the worst oil deal on earth, and allowing the foreigners to rob and rape this country of its resources, of its wealth, uncle, then what else you expect to hear out of their mouths? Uncle and auntie, I have been told, and I am convinced, the amount of information this program is giving to you people every Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays is too much for you to process. It is even too much for me and my reporters to process when the day comes, much less you people. So I have decided to shorten these programs and bring you some of the most important issues taking place in this country. I don't think I can tell you everything that's going on, everything that's unfolding by the minute. It's too much. One lady called me yesterday and tell me her husband is in the hospital just listening to your programs. I am so sorry, auntie, but I always say, if you don't have a good heart, turn to another program, onto another radio station, and listen something that will put you in that mood of comfort, happiness, and joy. Please. The doctor even warned me, don't stress yourself out doing these programs. But like I said many times, I prefer to take the chance and take whatever comes my way, be it sickness or death. I just have to document as much as I can when the day comes for the history books, uncle. Yes, for the history books. Honestly, I want to take the doctor's advice, but my heart, body, and soul refuses to. I have to. I believe it's my duty, my God-given right to expose the wrongs and injustices as much as I can as they unfold or as I see them. I pray about it too. But I just have to do what I have to do. I have to document these things. These radio programs will be left for generations to come, that they can look back, they can listen, and they can learn. I want to hear from you guys now. The phone lines will be open. I constantly keep hearing, Glenn, what them chaps gonna do with all this money? I constantly keep hearing this question, uncle. What is chaps gonna do with all this money? Why are they doing this to the Guyanese people? My friends, and to many of you who are listening to my programs want the answer to that. Same question. I wish I had that answer. I wish. And I'll tell you this. Greed is one of the worst ingredients that can infiltrate a human being. Try not, uncle and auntie, to ever let that happen to you. Always be contented and be happy with what you have. Always. And over the years, I have always been contented with whatever God Almighty has blessed me and my family with. Always. You know, they just found out. Any phone calls? They just found out that Vladimir Putin, who is now touted to be the richest man on earth, owns a single property, a mansion, at the Black Sea coast in Russia. Uncle? It value over 1.4 billion US dollars. Half of Guyana yearly budget. One property cost. No property on earth carries a price like that. As a matter of fact, France, in Monte Carlo, when I hear the price for the most expensive property in the world a few years back, I refused to go and see it, although I was 2 minutes away in a cab and had all day to go look at that most expensive property on earth. 700 million US it worth. Now Raj, you tell me, uncle, what Glenn going to watch that for? When you have so many places to go and things to see in France that can educate and enhance my mind or my soul. Why am I going to see that building for? No. I will never go and waste my energy and time over that. The mansion or heaven created in Russia for him, uncle, has 11 master bedrooms, master suites, and you don't want to hear the rest of the things the mansion comes with. You can Google it, it's online. It comes with gold relaxation chair, indoor swimming pool, private theaters, discos, sitting, dining, lap dancing rooms, underground ice skating hockey rinks, underground sports complex. Man, when you look at the pictures, Putin can do anything in this world. He doesn't care if he goes to hell. He already lived his life in heaven here on earth. With those things I told you there just now, uncle, his children is set to live in heaven on earth. Maybe, just maybe, some of our politicians would like to live like that. Because there is no way. This country has so much wealth, so much resources, and the money is not flowing to its people. No way. By the way, the Marriott Hotel is still here, still belongs to us. Tomorrow is the last day, January 10th, for anyone to submit a bid. Yes. For an expression of interest to purchase the hotel. After this program, I'm going to write up one and send it in the morning. It's a money-making machine. Every one of us should put in a little bit on it too. Uncle, if they want to get rid of the hotel, and they really want the Guyanese people to make a few cents out of it, after all, our money bill it on our land that worth millions of US. Why don't they put it up to the entire Guyanese public, and let's buy shares in it? I am pretty much certain that every one of you would want to pitch in $1,000, $2,000 in it. Give the public servants a 10% increase every year. Yeah, man. Uncle, I tell you, the money the hotel making can increase every public servant's salary 10% every year. And if you double the room rate presently, Yes. Presently, man, you can give them 20% increase every year. I wonder why they're not doubling the room rate on those hotel rooms. With all them people, what President Ali said coming into Guyana. Huh? If you double it, you make money, and that's the way business runs. Some hotels across Africa is $600-700 a night. All over the world. In Dubai is $8,000, $3,000 a night. So many people coming in here. Our oil money is there. Man. Oh, man. Oh, you're going to make money. You're going to make money. And you're going to make double the money. Why are you going to sell it? Sorry, I made a mistake. Why are you going to huff it out? Huh? Man, Raj, give me a phone call there, man. Why are you going to huff it out, uncle? I give you guys enough. It's too much, too much, too much, too much. The phone ringing? All right. Let me share this one with you. And put you to sleep with this one too. I hear in the grapevine. In the grapevine, you know. My backyard got grapevines. I hear it there. 2 grounds. The 2 grounds after Everest Cricket Ground is going to be huffed out by the boys to build 240-story hotels. Oh boy, 240-floor hotels with a decorative connecting bridge to each other. You know, Kevin, I don't have a problem with that. Uncle, I don't have a problem with that. If it is going to Guyanese. But we must get our fair share for the value of the land, at least. What is that, Kevin? I'm watching that. I want you to keep your eyes on that too. Not only on the Marriott, the land, the 2 grounds. I think it's an IS building, number 1. I'm not certain. They done got the designs for the 2 hotels. Yeah, man. I want to see it? I got the design. I got a copy of the design. Yes, good evening, sir. You're the first caller.
Yeah, good evening, Brother Glenn.
Yes.
Yeah, good night, man.
Good night.
Enjoying your program, man, Glenn.
Thank you.
Glenn, is wondering to know, I was having a discussion with some people in my area here, man, concerning the current affairs, what is presently taking place in this country, you know. And, you know, it's bothering me a lot for these people mentality. You know, one individual was telling me, say, man, what have we do, man? No matter who going, I will still go for work and eat and thing and so. But me ask them one question. Me ask them, say, man, who you think of pay back these loans where this government take?
That's a nice question. That's a nice question. That's a nice question.
People, Brother Glenn, man, it's bothering me to know our Guyanese mentality. They're just narrow-minded, man. If you understand what I'm saying, you know, it's like these people, they're not seeing, man. They're not seeing, right? I don't know if they like to go back to what you call colonialism when we were under slavery and so on. It's like that where these people want, because that is where these leaders are taking us.
But that's where taking us exactly. That's where we're going. Thank you for acknowledging that.
Brother Glenn, man, you know, and our people, man. I myself, when I in little groups and I hear all these people talking about developing, and you know, I wonder for know where these people really saying, man. These people really taking.
1 second, they're developing with borrow money. I didn't show you, man. 190 million US they borrow for the Bush Road to let them. They took 192 million the other day for build the East Coast Road. They take 172 million for build the New Harbour Bridge. They took 46 million for build the West Coast Road.
It takes 160 million to do the hospital.
Exactly. They take 160 million and 40 out of the 160 for build 3 hospital. Me tell you already, next year, 2 years down, the hospitals will remain the same. I look at the speech President Ali give to the Al Jazeera. How we want to play that speech for you? Oh my gosh. I want to play it for you here.
One very little example. Right in this village where I living, 3 trained nurses already migrated. Right? What is working at them local hospital here on the Escubo Coast, right? They have already migrated. These people, they are not doing nothing really for public servant so that they can stay here and work and enjoy a good life.
Oh, brother, that is...
And I'm just speaking here. I'm just speaking here from my community where I live in. You understand?
I hear you.
I don't know really. But when people does their talking groups and I just be around a lot, all these markets and I just hear people, I want to know these people now really, they're not seeing, man.
No, no. Hold a second. You got to try to educate them. You got to educate them. You see, for you to bring about a change, you have to educate people. Okay? Don't get upset with them. They got many people, listen to me carefully, man. They got many people who do not understand onto this day what is going on in this country. And I am talking, wait. I am talking about educated people, brother. Editors, listen to me carefully, man. Editors, reporters, seasoned journalists in this land still doesn't have a clue. They're sailing as to what is happening in this country unto this day. So don't get upset with the Guyanese people. And both the PPP and the PNC, I should have said both all three, PPP and PNC and AFC, knows that. These politicians, them knows that. This is why they can take advantage. This is why when President Ali walks or give a speech, he can sit down and say, don't worry with them who talking. We are modernizing the health sector in this country. They have been saying that for the last so much year, man, 40 years. And guess what?
That is one of the mantra, man.
And guess what?
That is one of the...
And guess what?
Mantra.
No, but you have to tell the people them. Say, what has changed in the hospital, man? Tell me, man. You can't even get medication. You can't even get a pill if your head hurting. You understand what I'm saying?
The health sector in this country lose the professional people them who work within the health sector in this country is being migrated because of the insufficient salary where these people are getting. It cannot cope with the basic expensive things in this country, Brother Glenn.
Well said. Well put. So this is why we have to educate them. And unless we expose them in this fashion, in this way, you understand? They want the people to remain like this, You must always you must always, wait, you must not be independent. You must not be too comfortable where you get 3 meals a day. If you get 3 meals a day, you will speak out because you don't need a job. Your children don't need a job. Or hold on to the job. You understand? And this is what happened in third world countries. This is what they did all over Africa. People are afraid to speak because their children working, they're going to lose their job. Money is not going to come in. Or they're going to victimize me. And
they have you under a system named political slavery, man.
Exactly. And this is what stifles third world nations. This is exactly what stifles third world nations. Can't see above their nose. You understand?
Oh, Jesus.
And the government's like this. You want to tell me Barra Jagdale?
Lies.
You want to tell me Barra Jagdale, such a smart man, Ashney Singh, doesn't know that? Barra Jagdale run this country almost 20 years. He know everything. You think nothing you can tell Barra Jagdale that he doesn't know? But the boy
He
just...
was in all the ministries in this country, man.
Man, this boy know from top to bottom. If I should tell you some stories about this boy, I would drop down. He knows everything.
Yeah, but the question lies when the guy and his people will wake up. If this guy and his people would wake up at the smell of the coffee at the dining table, man.
It will take some time.
I just had the accent, man.
It will take some time. It will take some time. But let's do it, and let's see how fast we can educate them. Right? Education,
doing, man?
Education, knowledge, wisdom is power. You don't have that, cat eat your bread or cat eat your dinner.
Yeah, my brother. You're doing a good job, man.
Thank you.
I enjoy your program all the time. I just normally tune and listen to your program, man.
Thank you,
You're doing
sir.
a wonderful job, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I believe you have a far way to go to, man. All right.
I hear you, brother.
You continue doing
I hear
a good
you.
job, man, my brother.
I hear you. God bless.
Good man. Yeah, bye.
Yes, sir. You have a call here?
All right, if you want to call and make a contribution, ask a simple question even. There is the Facebook comment section, as well as you can call the 226-7455 or 226-7454, and you'll be right on to the Glenn Lall Show.
You announce the number, or you can call us on 622-2222 WhatsApp or 624-6456. It's a short and nice program.
Yes.
I enjoy sitting here talking to you people. I don't know, like some of you sleep away on me, so we'll take an early night. How about that?
Yes.
Keep your eyes on the Marriott Hotel. Keep your eyes on the two cricket ground next to Everest Cricket Club. And let's keep on educating our brothers and sisters right across this land. With that, I say namaste and I bow. Good evening